Hi, Ida Norris here with Lilith. We're starting a new series on longlining, and this is Longlining 101. Today we're going to take the time to show you what you need for equipment, and the next time we're going to start right in with where to set the lines and how to get started. So today is all about getting your horse ready. To begin with, you need the horse's English bridle with a snaffle bit and round loops. Egg butt or round loops are best, and well-fitting and adjusted. You need a decent surcingle. I do sell surcingles. I'm a distributor for Globus surcingles, which are imported from Sweden. But if you have a surcingle, you're all set. But so that you know how to get it on correctly, these are the rings which the lines are going to go through. And these are the reinforced tabs that you might attach something like side reins to, or we might put the lines back to them. So these are not what the lines go through. These are what things attach to. If you have a good surcingle, it's going to have a wither pad that's removable, and you want to be able to take that off and wash it. Some people like to put a saddle pad on under the pad. I'm not real fond of that. It gets caught up in the lines. And but what you see at clinics is clinicians do it all the time because they're going to take their surcingle from horse to horse to horse, and they don't want to contaminate their surcingle and their pad. And so they'll say to you when you bring your horse and they're going to put their surcingle on it, they'll say, hey, bring a saddle pad. So you'll see that a lot in clinics, but I'm not a real fan of it. Whatever it is that you usually have for boots on your horse or leg protection, whether it be polo wraps, wraps, whatever. I've got some scoot boots on her today because it's spring and we just want to have those on there for protection today. So put on some protection on your horse, whatever they're used to using in the ring. So start with your bridle. Be sure that the surcingle is placed right where the front of the saddle would be, and be sure that it's as tight as your saddle. It has to be tight, because otherwise, if you get to struggling with the horse, they can pull it right up over their head, which is a disaster. It's really dangerous. So when you tighten a surcingle, you can hold the reins, hold the center of the surcingle, and take your right hand and tighten it up. And just like a saddle, you want to tighten it up a little bit at a time. When you come out of the barn, have it reasonably tight and keep tightening it. Most surcingles you can tighten from both sides, walk around to the other side, which I'm going to do, and take it up so that it's even, just like a girth. Hang on to the top of the surcingle, hold it in place, and pull up and tighten. So the next thing you want to do is that you need to roll your reins. And if you haven't learned how to do that, we're going to show you that today. So you put your reins over the horse's head, put the buckle, straighten the reins, put the buckle right at the dip in front of the wither, undo the throat latch, and you take the outside rein and you put it over and you keep rolling them and rolling them, one over the other, until they're super tight, like this. Put the throat latch through and then buckle it up. Now what this does is get your reins out of the way. Some people take the reins off when they long line, but 90% of the time I don't want to bother to take them off my bridle. So this is a safe way, and this is called rolled reins. So roll the reins. Now, one thing you need to know about a surcingle is that the round rings are the rings that the lines go through. And the square rings are reinforced, they're stitched, and they're riveted. And those are the lines that you're going to attach things to. Like, for example, if you wanted a plunger in this, you could attach something to this. Here's some buckles at the top for occasionally people want to work on headset and they have an overcheck. If I'm developing a horse for driving. A lot of times I'm starting horses for drivers, and they want to be sure that their horse is familiar with an overcheck. Here's the buckle for the overcheck. And on this kind of a surcingle, some of these are permanent, but some of your rings can actually screw out and be moved, and any place that there is a rivet, well, these are screw out, you use a wrench, these can be moved. So you want to look over your surcingles and see what you've got and how your equipment works. So what's really important is that you have a good quality surcingle, doesn't look worn, doesn't look like it's gonna rip, isn't old, and that you get it on tight enough for riding. Don't forget that if you're going to long line, you should have really good footwear, and the horses may step on you, so we recommend leather shoes. Now, I'm wearing clogs. Those are only safe if you can run in your clogs, and I don't turn my ankle. Not everyone can do that, but you need shoes that you can really move along in that are leather, so that if they step on you, they protect you. Some people use their dressage boots or their hunt seat boots, which are not a bad problem. You just got to be able to walk around in them. Paddock boots are great, but whatever you've got for shoes, think about leather shoes, and think about, you really need to be able to keep up with the horse. So the other thing is, I have a pair of gloves, and you want a really good pair of gloves. You do not want to be doing this barehanded in case the horse pulls through your hands, so don't want any blisters. And the last thing, which I think is crucial and is very important for safety, some people do use lunge lines, but they are super dangerous. So warning, they are a real problem, because if you get them down around your leg, or down around the horse's leg, they won't slide at all. So leather lines will break, and they do slide some. They are really good quality leather lines, like these are waxed. And you don't want to oil them, you just want to clean them, because you don't want to remove the wax off the reins, because that, if they get around anywhere, they slip, and we're hoping that they slip off, because horses and handlers can injure themselves when the line goes around your leg. So this is really important about not dragging the lines anywhere. So until when you're gathering up all of your equipment, be sure that you have leather gloves or really good quality gloves, and a safety helmet, well adjusted and on, and with the strap on, because long lining is one of those things where you're near their hind legs, and so I don't recommend ever that anybody long line without a helmet. And there are horses that I wear an eventing vest, because they're known to kick. And so I long line in an eventing vest. Until next time, hug your horse for me. Bye.
This is the deluxe surcingle recommended by Bu Yano, the Swedish Olympic coach. It has a hingeable gullet and is popular. The second one is the standard. It has a slightly stiffened gullet and is otherwise extremely similar. Also, same quality, but actually a little bit lighter because no hinge. So these are on idanorrisdressage.com.
Thanks for watching. If you like the information we provided today, don't forget, subscribe, like, and share. Also check out idanorrisdressage.com and Ida Norris Western Dressage on Facebook.